The 60 total animal exhibits is going to be the whole part of our part-to-whole ratio. And I want you guys to really get used to thinking of things through the words part, whole, and percent. So since we're using the template for all four, I'm just going to get that out of the way right now. What is my whole, Bridge?
Your whole is 60 for all of them?
Correct.
60 total animal exhibits.
I'm going to do it for all four categories of animals because that's not going to change either. What is going to change, depending on the chart, is whether you're trying to find percent or part. It alternates back and forth. So starting with the mammals, what are they asking you to find, the part or the percent? Anthony, leave that as a box or blank. Anthony, again, what's my percent?
50.
What's the bottom part of the percent ratio always?
100.
Once you have three numbers, you can always find out the fourth. Do you need to scale down 50 over 100?
No.
You do not. 50 times what makes 100?
2.
What times 2 makes 60?
30.
Right, so there's 30 exhibits. And think about it, look back and see. It kind of makes sense. 30 out of 60, isn't that 50%?
Yeah.
Okay. Go back and kind of think through it, and that's a good way to check your work as well. All right, let's do reptiles, amphibians. Mikey Tags, what do they give you, the part or the percent? Reptiles and amphibians. Well, we have the whole. What are they giving you? Look at what are they giving you? The part? This here. What is that? Part or percent? That goes here. So therefore you're finding what? You have 3 out of the 4 numbers. You've got to try to make a connection. You need to reduce 15/60ths. Do you need to scale it down? You do not, because it goes in evenly. Tom, take us through the rest of the way. 15 times what makes 60? Right. So you say to yourself, okay, what times 4 makes 100? Or it's really 100 divided by 4. If this is problematic for you, trying to find an unknown number times 4 equaling 100, go backwards. 100 divided by 4 is what percent? Krista, correct. Think about what you did. 25% of 60 is 15. All right, let's do fish and insects. What do we got here? I'm going to scroll down and then I won't be able to see it. So we have 20%. Where does it go? Tell me where that 60's got to go, Martina. Well, hold on. I got 60. Wait, what do I have here? I got lost for a minute. Oh, I have 20. I'm sorry. 20's got to go where? Right. Do we need to scale down 20 over 100? Yeah. You get 12. How many of you got 12? I'm going to put it into the chart. Alex Wicks, me and you on the last. You ready? What do I got to do with the 3, Alex? Part or percent? Good. What goes here? Trying to find percent. Now take a look. How did you set it up? Does it look like this? 3 times what makes 60? Yup. Don't automatically put 20 here. We got to say what times 20 makes 100, or 100 divided by 20. You got it. 5. Then I kind of wanted you to put it all together and think. This column has to add up to what? Just say it out loud.
60.
Right. All of the parts have to add up to the whole. What about this column? All of the percentages have to add up to what?
100.
And they do. That's a good way to check your work. Okay? Alex? You worked backwards, which is a good strategy, but I'll take a look at it anyway. I want to see where you got hung up. Okay? All right, this is what I want you guys to do. Let's take day 2, warm up. I know this is something that you've done on your marker boards, but do 1 through 7, because I think the more you practice this, the more you're going to be prepared for the test when it comes up in about a week and a half after Thanksgiving. So do 1 through 7, and I'll call somebody up at the board. If you get all 7 right, I will give you a little something. Snoop Dogg for the win.
Yeah.
Good. You got to get all 7 right in order to get a little Scooby snack for yourself.
Scooby snacks. I'm really nervous.
Make your dots bigger too so we can see them.
Circle.
I'm not going to tell you whether they're all right until everything's down because it wouldn't be fair.
I'm just really nervous. Snoop Dogg, big Wizard 9.
He's an online ham.
What? I'm not ham. Do I look like ham?
He's turkey.
What? I don't even understand that.
Be careful. Watch out for the 1-digit sniper. Go ahead.
Crying.
Well, I got sniped by this.
Don't snipe me, Max. It's hurting my feelings. It just really hurts.
I got
that.
him.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry, Ryan. But
Let him concentrate.
Stop it. You're distracting me too much. Now. And then.
That was like a backwards.
The pressure's on. It all comes down to will he get the right direction?
I don't even know my directions that well.
Finish it up because we're running out of time. Yeah!
Can I do the second now?
All right, Ryan, you're good. Go get a Scooby snack top drawer.
Yeah!
Can I do the second?
The examples are going to show you 3 different ways that you can find a percentage of a number. Like, do you remember when we did the marker board? I asked you the pencil. There was the pencil problem. If I have 25% of 12 pencils, how many pencils do I wind up getting? 3. A percent of a number is a number. All right, I'm going to remind that to you several times over the next couple of days. A percent of a number is a number. It's not another percent. It's not a fraction. It's not a decimal. All right, there's 3 ways I'm going to show this to you. After everything's said and done, you pick the strategy that works best for you. Start by the 10 by 10 grid. In the past, when I gave you a grid, such as this first grid on the left, how many boxes are there? There's 100, a 10 by 10, 100. And up to that point, each box had a value of 1, like the tape diagrams. Everything's worth 1. So if I shade in 17%, how many boxes, or what's the value of that 17%? 17, because each box is worth 1. Now they're telling you that each box or each square, or they're saying the whole entire grid is worth 600. So therefore, what does 1 square have to represent? Think about back tape diagram. This is just like a more elaborate tape diagram. If it helps you, everything has to add up to 600. So and there's 100 of these. So what's each one worth? Antonio?
6.
Correct. Now we're going to shade 17%. Well, 17% is still 17 out of 100 boxes. I'm going to shade it kind of quickly just by drawing a line through it. There's 10. There's 7 more. That's 17%, 17 out of 100. But each box is now worth 6, like you've told me. Therefore, 17%, which I've shaded, that's 17% out of 600. How would I figure out what that's worth? What operation do I have to use? Z? What times what? I'd like you to do that. Tell me what you get. While you're doing that, I'm going to start shading, because we're short on time, 83 boxes, which is coming up in our second half of our example here. All right, what do you have? 17 times 6, Steve?
102.
Good. Same thing now in the second diagram. Each box is worth 6. But now it's 83 times 6. Anybody do it? Oh yeah, dog, what'd you guys get? Did you guys get 498?
Yeah.
Now let's think for a minute. 17% and 83%, those percentages add up to what? Yeah, just say it out loud.
600.
No, the percentages add up to what? 17% plus 83% add up to the 100%, which is the whole entire, in this case, grid, right? Well, if 17% is 102 and 83% is 498, 100% has to add up to the whole amount, which is 600. And it does. 102 plus 498 is 600. This is one way to do percent of a number. You can also use TRP. So go to the next page. And it's kind of like what you've been doing. You just got to know which is part, which is whole, and which is percent. So set up your template, part to whole. I have a percent, so that's what over what? Smiley. Okay, let's put that in. Now comes the most important part question. 600, is that the part or is that the whole? Jack? It is. You're trying to find the part. That's what percent of a number is. It's what's the part. What is my constant? What am I multiplying by? Liam? Times 6. 17 times 6, don't even bother. You did it on the previous page. What'd you get? What's our missing number? 102. Same thing with this. No different. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Nope.
The whole is still the whole. The constant times 6 is still the same. Don't redo it if you did it on the previous page, because you did it with your 10 by 10 grids. What's 83 times 6? Tom. 498. How many like TRP better than the grids? Quicker, right? There's one more way, and if it confuses you, then don't do it this way. But for some of you, I'm already starting to see it, and that is straight multiplication. Here's what you do. It's the same problem. 600, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 17%, and I'm going to change it to a decimal. What do you get as a decimal? Max? If you are really good at multiplying decimals, you should get 102. You just got to remember that you got to move the decimal twice in the product. And then with the 83%, if you do everything right, you'll wind up with that, and you got to move the decimal twice. And then if you do this, your final product is this, if I'm not mistaken. Check my work and make sure I got it.
Yeah, that's it. I got it.
And that's a third way to do it. All right, and if this confuses you, the decimals and multiplying, and you're really good with TRP, use TRP. I kind of like TRP for those of you that are kind of like visual learners and kind of need to see it. But some of you are also just ready to go to straight multiplication too. All right, your homework tonight. And who was it? That was Bridget, you need to see this, right? Okay, homework tonight is for the regular group, page 13. I think there's 6 problems on there. My advanced is 14 to 15. And where's my advanced group? The last part of page 15, I'm very curious to see if you can do it. It is really upper level thinking. Okay? And I want to take a look at it tomorrow. I'm really curious to see what you come up with. All right? That's all I got for you.